How self-assured are you? Do you want to talk about that? Hi, I'm Janet Mohapi-Banks. And yeah, today we're going to talk about being self-assured because to me, it's one of the most liberating things that you can do for yourself is to develop this knowing inside you that allows you to just feel supported all the time. Yeah, that to me is what self-assuredness is. I just feel, yeah, feel supported. I don't know how to put it any other way. Feel like I feel like I'm held. I feel like I'm held with love and with compassion and with kindness by myself. So other people's opinions, judgments, anything of me don't sting like they used to. I remember they used to really, really sting. If people were mean to me, if people like sort of disregarded me offhand, then I would carry that with me for days sometimes. And I would just keep replaying it in my mind as well, like and asking the question, well, why did they do that? What did I do to deserve that? What did I do for them to react in such a way? Whereas now that I am so much more self-assured, other people's opinions of me really don't matter to the same degree at all. I mean, let's be real here. If people are mean to me, then it still makes me go, oh. But then after about a millisecond, I'm like, how interesting, how strange. There you go. On them, not me. Yeah. And because of that, because I have this self-assuredness of who I am, what I'm here for, what my value is, what my worth is, which, by the way, are unquestionable. My value and my worth is unquestionable. Yeah, I am here, which means I am worthy. I am here, which means I am of value. They are no longer in question, whereas they used to be before. So how did I develop the level of self-assuredness that I currently have was by really going inwards, as always. It's always an inside job, really going inwards and just developing that knowing that I am supported, that knowing that I do have the answers. I have all of the answers for my life. And they might not be the answers for somebody over there, but they are the answers for me. And it's that allows me and allows you, when you develop this core self-assuredness, to lead with vulnerability, to lead with, to be heart-led in your leading. Because again, like I say, like you can be vulnerable because other people's opinions of you don't matter to you because you know who you are. You know who you are so strongly that you're kind of unshakable, kind of unstoppable. And that's awesome, isn't it? When you can just know that no matter what you do, it was the right thing to do if you have already done it. Yes. Or if you look in retrospect, that you've already done it, because everything is always the right thing to do if you're doing it or if you've done it. Yeah. And it's living with that. It's living from that space, And then also, like when you're feeling self-assured, this self-assuredness that I'm talking about doesn't mean that you have all the answers in the second. Yes. So again, in your leadership, you can say, actually, hands up, I don't know that yet. I don't know that yet. But you know that you can find it. You know that if you sit quietly long enough, it will come to you. Yeah. And so there's not that same fear of getting it wrong or being wrong, because you know in your heart that everything's awesome. Yeah. You know in your heart that everything always works out. And it's that develops this level of self-assuredness that even when things are going wrong, it's going to be fine. It's going to be all right. And you know that you're not competing with other people, ever. I never compete with other people unless, you're literally running an egg and spoon race. I don't do running unless it's away from tigers and bears and lions. Oh my. Yeah, because you're not in competition with anybody ever. And that also breeds this level of self-assuredness where you can just hold yourself with strength and love and compassion and kindness and allow yourself to be as you are in that moment, to feel all the emotions that you're feeling in that moment and know that none of it has an effect on who you know yourself to be. That's what self-assurance is all about. Self-assurance is knowing who you know yourself to be and living to that ideal. So who are you? That's the question. Who am I? Oh, who am I? And you know that you are infinite. You know that you are infinite, pure love energy. And when you start feeling nervous, when you start feeling anxiety about anything, you can just go back to that. I am pure love energy, and you can expand instead of contracting. So as you feel yourself contracting, through, I don't know, through anything, as you feel yourself contracting, and you can feel it, it's like in your heart, where you just feel yourself closing up, you can just make a conscious effort to open up your shoulders, take a big breath, and remind yourself of who you are. Remind yourself, yeah, okay. So right now, I don't know the exact answer that I know that I will find. And that's fine. And that's fine. It's being fine all the time. It's acknowledging that in this moment, there is nothing wrong, ever. There is never anything wrong in this here and now moment. There might be something wrong in the past, there might be something wrong in the future, but in this moment, that's right. Check in with yourself right now. Is there anything wrong in this moment? The answer is always no. Well, that's been my experience. The answer has always been no. Like I say, 5 minutes from now, 2 minutes from now could be a different story, but that's projection. And I'm almost positive that when I get to the now moment of 2 minutes time, I will still be able to say, yeah, everything is still fine. Everything is still fine. That's the beauty of it all. So what does it mean to be self-assured? It means knowing who you know yourself to be, living as you know yourself to be, not allowing other people's judgments. And in fact, it's not so much not allowing other people's judgments. It's like other people's just, they're fine. They're absolutely cool to judge you however they're going to. And there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, and so if you can't do anything about it, why worry about it? Yeah. And like I say, leading from this place of being self-assured, of knowing that you're always leading from your heart, gives other people a feeling of stability. Even when you're showing up in a vulnerable situation, even if you're sharing your deepest truths, you can share your deepest truths, you can be really vulnerable, you can not know the answer and still be very self-assured, still hold yourself with confidence about who you know yourself to be. Yes. Just because you don't know the answer in the moment doesn't mean that you don't know who you are. And knowing who you are is the key to being self-assured. So who are you? You get to answer this. Nobody can tell you who you are. You have to decide that for yourself. And you get to decide and you get to choose, and then you get to live in that person. You get to live in that state of being. Oh, so yeah, I think that's all I have to say today. I'll see you next time. Bye.